I prefer the coffee.
What up, dude? It's your boy Coffee back with another one, and right here is Joe Budden throwing a space on this smooth Sunday, just chatting with his fans, vibing out. But the interesting part about this space was Emanny and Danny having a back and forth where Danny, I guess, interviewed Emanny, and Emanny is feeling some type of way, like the way he is on his content, he wouldn't be like that in person. So y'all guys give me y'all comments, like and subscribe and enjoy. Let's go. Even Mark Lamont had to come up there and put his 2 cents in, man. But it was a good space. Y'all guys give me y'all thoughts. Let's go.
The people, and you know that.
Damn, who is Mike?
Mike Will made it. That's his name on Twitter.
All right, man.
What happened with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kid? What happened with Kitchen? Something happened with Kitchen, right?
Kitchen, everything's good. Me and Kitchen speak all the time.
There wasn't no discrepancies or something that y'all had of recent.
Well, there was a intricate plot. Somebody tried to set Kitchen up, make it look like he betrayed us. This is all really inside baseball, but yeah, yeah.
Y'all love
I
that.
I want to
Make
wake up.
make it look like he betrayed us. What the hell?
I want to wake up the story of the Ballad of Johnny Clips. I felt like Johnny Clips by JBTV, and y'all all copied his business model. That shit crazy,
Go ahead,
honestly.
speak on it.
So back when Johnny Clips first started, y'all were like, "Yo, you posting too much of the Patreon. You hurting Joe's business. You doing all of that." And then as time went on, y'all started to do the same thing. And I was like, "Yo, what happened to the business model? I'm trying to show Hollow the business model. What's going on?"
I think with Johnny, if I remember, I only had a personal problem with the length of his clips. The 10-minute clips back to back to back. It would be like 7 10-minute clips in a row with like the whole segment, And it was like, okay, you know, touches of I still don't like 10-minute clips. I don't even like the amount of clips I post sometimes. But
Oh,
it
okay.
feels semi
Also,
necessary.
I see an 8 minute clip on your page, Micah.
Okay.
And I also noticed you I don't want to wake it up, but since you want to talk about my operation,
Mm-hmm.
I was watching playback. You were playing a lot back.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So I mean, I just felt like we did Johnny Clips bad. I think JBTV might owe Johnny an apology. Honestly, he set up the business model. He showed you how to get bread on Twitter, and I feel like
Showed us what part of
that
getting
that
bread on Twitter.
posting clips. A lot
That's
of y'all
not
post clips
bread
now.
on Twitter.
You don't get, aren't you monetized? Don't you get paid off of
I'll
those
show
things
you the
now?
receipt. I can show you the receipts right now. That's not.
But you get paid off the visibility. See, sometimes the visibility is worth more
Oh
than the
yes, yes,
money.
yes. The visibility. Yes, yes, yes,
So you're
yes.
able to take the visibility from Twitter and move it to
What's the
playback, right?
visibility worth?
You tell me. You have the receipts. How much you get paid on playback? Let me know.
Come join us, man.
I don't want to join y'all, man. That's
No,
how we went bad the first
no,
time.
well, you ain't got to join us, but join over there. The ecosystem is a little bit better. It'll help out a little bit more. But no,
All
Johnny
right.
was lazy as fuck, man. Let me tell you something. Johnny ass fall asleep on stage. Johnny ass be doing a whole lot. Johnny couldn't see the worth in any of it yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what more so Johnny went wrong. It wasn't necessarily the clipping thing. But if he would clip, he's gonna link it to his community. So that would be a
That's
little
smart.
bit, yeah, smart for him, but it's not as smart for the team.
All right. I mean, sometimes your worth is more than the team. I think people don't think about that equation. Yeah.
It might be.
Well,
But
there you have it.
you don't join a team for that.
So that was like a quick little community off y'all just had, right?
No,
Yeah.
because I don't. Where's your community at, Danny?
Like Micah had a reverse card, and Danny had a reverse card. All right, that was cool. Listen, all of it is new news to me, man. So
And then they took over the Rory and Maul community.
It's all love.
They infiltrated, like, at the Carter. Shit is crazy.
see, y'all do have to know that about Danny. When you shoot at him, you have to be prepared for him to shoot at you for the next week.
Nah, that's not true.
Yes, it
I had
is.
that's not true. You need examples, concrete examples.
It's happening now. Concrete
It's a
examples.
narrative when there's no concrete
They
examples.
they they laid a reverse card, and now you got the banana clip of just shady questions. It's happening.
I see it all,
I always
man.
have examples, buddy. I don't
You don't have
just,
examples.
yeah, no. I
You
got
got to
examples.
provide them. You got to provide them. Then Ian Dunlop bug out on me on stage. I don't like that
Did y'all
shit. He
piece it
get
up?
pushing. Nah, man, we ain't. He's talking to JBP Elevator now. Now they talk every day on phone. I heard.
Yeah, but you don't have no beef with him with Elevated.
Not at all, man. I love his content. Sometimes I don't watch him because I feel like we think alike. It's kind of crazy. And then I'm a
You and
end
Ian
up.
need to piece that up, though.
What is there to piece up, man?
We mean, what is there to piece up?
I'm asking you.
Whatever needs piecing up.
We good,
From
man. We
from where
good.
y'all from where y'all
Have you fallen out with Ian, Danny? I didn't know.
Nah, man. I was on Emanny's stage. Flip
Ian
came up.
Ian gave him a quick temp check, but Danny didn't like that shit and thought that they were
What temp
better than
check?
that. I'm not gonna repeat it because I'm not trying to be that.
Danny, do you worry about bumping into the people that you cover on your YouTube channel? You know,
There's a question been asked before, but not really.
do you think sometimes they're a bit sensitive? Because I don't think you do anything wrong. Sometimes the reaction to you can be a bit, I don't know, violent.
I don't want to say what I want to say about the people who get really bothered about
Yeah,
what I do, but I think sometimes they be emotionally unstable themselves, and I think they take this really serious
yeah,
and get hurt and bothered. Um,
because I don't think you
but
say anything that warrants a violent reaction. It's just interesting the way some people react to you, but you're okay in my book.
yeah. Oh, thanks, man. News, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm okay in my book as well. I think you look at like even Emanny or Flip, like some of the levels of like I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you. I know where you at. It just really is not warranted if you look at the
Danny,
bigger
why do you
picture.
keep? I said that to you one time, a long time ago, in our very first back and forth. I've never said it to you again. Why you keep doing that and
I have evidence.
keep trying to
I
paint
have
me like
evidence.
I've threatened to do something to you? Have not done anything like that. In fact, I've came and gave you the only interview from someone from the podcast. Like, why do you
I
keep
mean,
painting me as that?
that's why I'm shocked when you talk about me that way.
When's the last time you heard me talk about you in that way?
Not in a long time, but those
Okay.
things take a long time to
All
heal.
right, all right, you got it.
You're being sarcastic now.
Now he's doing his
The things
condescending shit that he always does. You got it.
Why am I see? I think when I use my words, now I'm condescending. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I guess woe is me.
See, Joe knew what the fuck he was doing. The space was going a certain way.
What?
Nah,
Why do they
y'all
know?
started talking about tea that I had no information on, so I just was letting y'all
Yeah, you
cook.
brought this nigga up.
I bring him up every time he requests.
All right, well,
Yeah. I
Because
don't
you
know if
love
y'all can
his
see the trick
content.
I'm doing now. I don't know if
It-
anybody sees it, but
I don't have a beef with him.
I don't either.
they want
But
you to
but
have a
but
beef with
but
me.
no, that's not true, Danny. Because I bring you up on my space too. But
No, I mean the other people on the show. They
oh,
want you to see me as like this op that's gonna destroy the pod, and I'm like, I
But
don't know
you like
why.
that posturing too.
he
You
does.
prefer that.
He does, and I wish he would just admit it so that we can move on and just do this shit properly. Like that's my only
I
thing.
don't think it's that I like that posturing. Is that that's what my approach to content is. Like I'm always gonna, even if Emanny does an interview with me, it's not gonna make me think like, oh, I gotta make sure that I cover Emanny in a good way. And I think that posturing puts it as odd. It's like two brothers of the war. Like if one side fights for Russia and the other side fights for Ukraine, even if they brothers who grew up, they still gonna be at
No,
odds.
no,
What
you're right. The only difference is your approach and the way you speak about people on here is not the same that you would do in front of them or while you're actually interviewing them. So that's why it's not really respected. Like that's the only problem for me. Like when I came to go speak with you, you didn't do any of this condescending stuff that you do online.
I'm confused because I asked you about Maul
But
and his
but
relationship with
asking me a
Ish.
question has nothing to do with the condescending way you ask it. Like that's what I'm speaking about. The way you pose things and the way you talk to people on here, and this very condescending asshole type of way is not how you presented yourself when I was there. We had a real respectful, real chill time. Like, why can't we
Yeah,
still have that on here?
yeah, but
I don't
Marnie,
even think.
Well,
Marnie,
you have
Oh,
to
go ahead.
know that he finds a he has found a value in appearing to be the biggest op. That's aside from his business ideologies.
I
Like
know that.
he can't make it seem like he's a fan or he's friendly or that he's nice or that he's polite or that we talk sometimes. Like he can't make any of that seem like that because there's a value in the other
No,
side.
you're right, Joe. But
No,
every
no, I'm not
time
letting
you
you.
on
Nah,
here,
y'all trying to bifurcate identities. I don't
but
like
every
that.
time,
I may be a conflicted fan. I may long for the time of a certain era. I just like Cato in the Roman Republic. Like he loved the old Roman ideals, but then it shit changed, and now he's questioning it. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm a
Joe,
fan. I'm
we
But
friends,
that's
just
but I'm
said,
still
long
gonna be like,
gone.
Joe, we just said yesterday.
Why is Emanny on Patreon
We
only?
just said
Why is
yesterday that it's okay to come up here sometimes and be cool. I'm not switching from that. I get what you're saying. Yeah, he has a job to do, but you can still come up here once in a while and just be chill. Like it's not a problem. No one's still going to question your content and what you bring to it. But you don't have to always come up here and be this version of Danny. Like you can be your regular self. I don't know if you have a regular self at this point. Like this just seems like this is just you 100%, and it's confusing to me.
I think you're misrepresenting what happened when we sat down. I was still the same
Uh,
me, just
I,
not
I
like
I
exactly how I
I
am today.
disagree, but I mean, it's fine.
I mean, when you,
It's fine.
I can, I'm
We don't have to
trying.
debate it. It's fine.
Imani, realistically, no one's going to disrespect you to your face in an interview. Come
That's
on.
not true.
No. Why would they?
That's not true. There's some people.
End up like back Woody.
There's some people that I okay damn, I don't want to. I fuck it. Flip has done interviews, and in his interviews, he's pressed people, but he's also had conversations with them before, like, "Yo, this is my personality on here, and I want to stay genuine to my personality doing this content. So yeah, I'm gonna press you. I'm gonna ask questions that are gonna seem hostile, and that's just cool. Like, so he'll do that, and he'll talk in a certain way, and then the cameras go off, and everything is peace, and everyone goes home and it's love. Danny don't do that. So if this is your thing and you're leading with, yo, this is my personality, this is how I'm selling my content, you can still be the condescending Danny that you need to be on camera and all that other shit. And then cameras go off and you just be normal Danny and still be
I
cool.
think you're misrepresenting what happened
Oh,
when we
oh,
sat
and
down.
like I said, that's peace and we don't have to debate it. We
But you can't get your points over. And then when I say, "Oh, I think you're misrepresenting," be like, "Oh, we don't have to debate it," because I actually am going to win a debate if we ever actually
okay, the
have it,
debate
and I'm allowed to speak.
there's no debate to happen if we both disagree with like what else are we supposed to say about it? What points are you going to bring up that's going to make me feel
I'm
different
going to
about the
counteract
type of
what you
person
said
you were?
about me in person when we sat down. I was
I said you were
questioning
cool.
things.
I said you were
Yeah,
very cool. I said in person you were cool because you were cool. You weren't condescending. You wasn't an asshole. You didn't throw no insults. You were chill.
I said where you. I think you said. I think you Joe's yes man. I called you Sammy the Bull.
You've never said that.
I called you Emanny the Bull.
You never said that. And being
Uh,
called Sammy the Bull is not an insult. Sammy the Bull was very respected.
what? All right. What?
So I mean, up until the point where you snitched.
All right, got it.
But yeah, if you're using that reference, that's not an insult.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like that was Emanny the Bull is hilarious.
It's not an insult. Yes, it can be hilarious. It's still not an insult.
It is, but the context in which I praised it was not. It
No,
wasn't supposed to be an insult, but it was just like what
right.
I
It
was
wasn't
talking
supposed
about.
to be an insult because it wasn't an insult because you know if never mind.
But
You
I'm just
got me.
saying, I
Nah,
broached
you win,
that.
bro. You got it. You got it.
I
You got
broached
it.
that subject, and then when you talked about how Bridget and Mandy they were both gonna land on their feet, I was like, somebody's gonna lose this. Somebody's not gonna land on their feet. So I still think I was the same person. So I don't know. I just feel like you're misrepresenting.
You're talking about us talking about two different people. That has nothing to do with you speaking to me about me. You would never chuckle an insult to my face. And that's not
I
saying it
also
in a
said when you first got there, you was like Imani from the stop. The criticisms you levied at
that's
the
not
rest of the cast.
that's not an
Were you
insult.
trying to
Danny.
insult him, Danny?
Yeah,
No, no, no.
he keep exactly my point. He keeps trying to say things like that's a regular conversation that you can have. It's far from the things that you do in your own room. It's far from the condescending things that you say in other spaces. You would not do that in front of anybody, and that's my only point. Like even when I watch Adam, Adam's a dickhead, but I've seen him be a dickhead with Whack. I've seen him be a dickhead with everybody. Like he sticks to that character, even if that's not him totally, which is why I can somewhat respect it.
Well,
You don't do that when you get people in
I
front of
think
you.
you're uneducated about Wack and Adam's relationship.
Mm, it's very
Eh,
clear that they know what they're doing and they have a relation,
Exactly.
right? Which is why you could do the same and it can still be respected, but you choose
What
not
if
to do
you're
that.
what if y'all respect may not be a priority to me?
Right. And that's my point, which is why I will never put myself in a position to even try to be respectful with people like you because you will try to pose yourself differently in person than you are on here. And once I saw that, I just respect that for what it is. So, which is why we'll never be in the same room because I just don't respect the fact that you don't have an off switch or even an on switch to
Did
your
you
real
ask me for an interview
personality.
yesterday?
You think I'm actually trying to interview you, nigga? It's a joke.
All right, now
Fuck are
it's
you
a joke.
talking
Got it.
about? Come on.
Got it. You asked me
Come.
though. You there was on the. It didn't
I
sound
also asked Julian. I also said to Julian, "Come to the basketball game." You think I'm serious?
Julian will wash out if y'all don't want him to come to the
Okay.
basketball game. I don't think he
And,
wants to.
and once
I think
again,
you're actually being jokey about that.
once again, you are now trying to be funny about me making a real point. No,
I'm making
no,
a real
Good
point.
morning,
no.
brothers. How you doing, Emanny? How you, man? You good?
Hey, Mark, what up, bro?
Ain't shit, man.
Hey, good morning, Mark.
What's up, Joe? How you?
I'm good, my brother. How you feeling, man?
I'm hanging in there, man. I can't complain at all. Life is good. Life is beautiful.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah,
Yes,
man. It
man.
was just having a little spat while I was
I,
trying to fix my iPad over here.
I've been listening for about 15. I said I just want to just stick my, just say what's up, say what up, and listen, man. And if any mess I want to be a part of, if it's funny.
Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
all right. We won't involve Mark in the mess, but it's good to hear from you. And it sounds like they're getting to the bottom of things.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I didn't know that Amani asked Danny anything yesterday. So yeah.
He did though. He's wearing another mask today.
Imani made a joke while we were all on stage and said, "Yo, you want to come do an interview when I start my YouTube page?"
Mm,
That wouldn't be a
mm.
bad idea.
I would never want to sit in
I
front
think
of.
Hash
interviewing
this
Julian
out
would be
I
a
would
bad
I
idea.
would never want to sit in front of Danny in real life again.
again.
No,
Again.
no,
Again.
no.
But I think it'll be good. You could hash this out, have a face
But
to
it's
No,
face.
it's
no.
no, it's
Manny
not.
doesn't
No, no, no.
listen to good
It's
ideas,
the
man.
reason
He
why it's.
doesn't listen to
Let me
good
tell you
ideas.
why it's not good because I support like the shit that Danny. Like I told him before, how I feel about him personally don't mean I'm still not going to watch the content, even though I have slowed down from watching the content of late. I don't have a problem with that. It's just like in the off moments, there's an off switch you can hit so that people can really get to know you if you that invested into being around the content or speaking to the people that you're making the content about. Like that's all I'm saying. Like I don't have a problem with anything that he's like even with the thing that he Joe showed me, the Mexican wrestler. I thought that was funny and it was witty. It was dope. I laughed at it. Dope. But my thing is that he wouldn't do those type of things in front of people, which
If I
he
was
don't
on a
have to.
podcast with you, I would say
Which is
that.
what he. But if
If
you
I
were
was
doing
on
it,
a podcast, I would say, "Yo,
well,
you
if you
every week you
well, if
change
you
up."
were on, well, if you were on, well, let's make it clear. If you were on a podcast with me, we would have to be entertaining, so those things would be cool, right?
Well, you get into
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about when
doing. You
when
just
the
broke. You
camera
cracked
goes
the
off,
code, buddy.
when the camera goes off, and we now have to leave the place, you would be held responsible for some of the things that you would say to me
So you
off
would
camera.
assault me.
No,
Oh,
be,
Amani, what are you saying? What do you
being held
do?
Yeah, you
responsible
see
could
this
be a
bad news? I got him in a torture chamber.
no, no, you don't. Listen, what I'm saying to you. You have a very nice way of posing yourself to be a supporter and you're really not a supporter, right? You really want to see niggas fail. I've come to realize that. I can still also appreciate some of the content while knowing that. That's just how I feel.
I have my lens through which I see the pod, and I think
And
it's at
that's
odds with
cool,
ours.
but for someone to be so invested in the pod to make their business model grow, for you to want to shoot down everybody attached to it is weird to me. That's just
Mm,
weird to me. And
mm.
it's like there's no one up there that you uplift at any moment. Even in the good things that they do, you still shit on them or find a way to shit on them. Even in your compliments, you still find a way to shit on them. It's like you don't have to be that 100% of the time. There is a balance you can have. That's my opinion. You don't
I
have
don't
to.
think
No one else has to believe it. That's just my opinion.
I
So
mean,
for
opinions.
someone so heavily invested in growing their business based off of a platform that you always speak negatively about, it's just weird to me.
Got it. Got it. Well, salute. I support you.
I mean, I don't believe it, but that's peace.
Yeah, I know you don't believe it. I don't know.
Salute.
I mean, I support. I see the pod the way I see the pod, and that's that.
Okay, no debate from
I
me.
feel
I
like
think
Danny is talking in character when he's always in
I'm
his
not.
kind.
Yo, we
Wait,
said that yesterday. We were on stage and we said, "Yo, it's okay for sometimes for niggas to come up and just speak and be chill and be cool.
mm,
It don't always have to be this
I
with
think
him,
that's why you're not on the
and
pod as much.
it's always this with him. Like it's just like, all right, bro. Like
What is this?
I think this has
Is
become part of
this
the business for him. Even
is this just like me holding you accountable for what you say, and then you saying it's a joke? Is this
what?
like me just saying providing actual
Okay,
evidence and
so
saying that
so
when we
Danny,
sat
there's been
down, it
plenty of
was a
times.
very different thing?
There's been plenty of times where you've said things and people have taken it a certain way, and you've posed it as, "Oh, I just said a joke." So now when I do it, it's different. Yeah, it's
You have
jokes.
no, you
It's
have no
jokes. The
evidence.
Mexican wrestler thing, it might have been your analysis, but you used a joke to get it off. I thought it was funny. I thought it was cool.
It
That's
was
cool.
genius.
I I won't go that far,
It was
but it was
genius. I was in
cool.
my bag.
See, like even like you
I
can't
was in my bag.
you know what it is. I know what it is. It's just you finally got to whatever version of the cool lunch table that you at, and it's cool. Like you did. Like you are the leader of your cool lunch table now. The lunch table you never were able to
that's
sit at.
subjective. That's what we've been. That's what I started
No, no,
talking
no,
about.
no. He's at a lunch table
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
He's trying to say I'm not the leader.
And it's cool. Like the people that are there, they enjoy it and they think that it's the cool table. He's finally a part of a lunch table, and I get it. Finally got into a place in life where you are sitting at a lunch table that you deem to be cool. You have never sat at any one lunch table before. You've never been
How do you know
invited.
that?
I'm just telling you my analysis.
But you had your analysis
I
could be
have
off.
evidence. I have my evidence. Let me
What
finish.
evidence?
Let me if you let me
He
finish,
got
I
the
can tell you.
yearbook pics, man.
I don't
Like,
want y'all to. I was on the phone with my mom. I'm sorry. I don't want y'all to
Also,
lose track of what y'all are discussing. What's the root of what y'all are discussing right now?
I think Emanny's wearing a different mask again.
No, I get what Amani is saying. Amani is saying that you don't fuck with the pod and you're not really in support of. You want to see everybody fail. I think that's what Amani's saying.
Mm.
yeah, I think I made that clear, which is why I ain't even want to continue the debate.
I think Joe could have said anything and you would have agreed with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that
which
Joe
is
could have said,
also dismissive.
See what I'm saying?
Which is also dismissive. That could
But
be
these are not
true,
things
but
he
what
would
do you
not.
yeah,
think of what he said?
that I want to see the pod fail. I mean, I think my perspective is my perspective. If that's how you guys take it, that's how you take it.
Why are you guys and me?
Because this
I
is what he
just
has to
popped in
do.
here.
This is what he
Well,
has to
I
do,
mean, like
Joe.
just the general tenor of people who are on the pod who think I want to, or I'm some type of bad faith actor.
Danny, just admit you're critical of the pod, but you're also a huge fan. You are still a fan.
I think I'm a conflicted fan because I think it's a major theme of the channel. The best days of the pod were with Rory and Maul. I don't think I've wavered from that point.
That's fair enough,
So
but they're
yes,
gone.
Have
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
we
saying.
have 4 years of
They're
you sticking
gone.
around after that.
in
So
confliction.
yes, but I use the
Paying
prism
for
that
of the
paper.
yeah,
audience.
hold up. Let me mute the shit because now that I'm listening, no, there's a bunch of y'all that run around doing that. Yeah, I used to be a fan. No, you're a fan now, today, right this very second. Yes, there was a time when you were more of a fan, but you're a fan. Why y'all niggas think that sounds so uncool? If you watch and listen to something for 4 years in a row, you're a fan of it. If you're in playback every fucking Thursday and know everything that they're talking about in there, then you are a fan. Even if you in there with your hate comments, you in there faithfully every fucking week. You niggas is fans. What the fuck is the
I'm not in.
problem?
I'm not in playback like that.
That
Okay.
Someone sent
wasn't for
me.
you.
Yeah.
So
Catch
now
the
you
shots that was for you. But
I'm just saying it could look like it was about me. But yeah,
Not a
I
bad
don't think
place to
I've
be,
ever.
Danny.
I don't think the prism. I said what I said. The prism of which I the lens I which I view the current pod is through the lens of the old pod. I don't know what. How's that saying?
Danny
I
would
don't know
make
why.
less money if he got on his channel with positivity. The end.
No,
And I
man,
and
that's
that's
just
all I said. I wish he would just admit to it and just move on.
But he
Like
ain't got to admit to it.
yeah,
That's a
he don't know.
fact.
I didn't say he has to. I said what I would wish he would do.
Yeah, that's
And
a
he
I
ain't
don't
fact.
gonna
have
do
to
it,
admit to
and that's
If
anything,
he
bro.
fine.
never admit to it, that's a fact.
That's fine. Yeah.
No, I
But it's
don't.
okay
I
to come up
don't.
here
I think
sometimes and just be regular
y'all
and
doing
normal.
the
It's okay.
AJ and AJ Cowlings
It's
out here.
it's it's
Nah,
it's
but
okay. See,
I
okay
think
it's
then.
see like that comment. You would never say that to my face, which
If
is
I
why I
was
don't
on the
respect
pod, I
it.
would say
You
that.
wouldn't, and I promise you,
If
you wouldn't.
if I was on the pod, I
He
would
would
say
give you
that again.
grace.
I promise you, you wouldn't. I
If I
know
was
you
on the
wouldn't.
pod, I would say that.
Okay, let's start a pod.
I think he's saying that because he's
No,
trying to be
you're gonna say it's a
entertaining.
joke later. You're gonna say it's a
What
joke
you said?
later.
What you said,
So
I
Michael?
only think he said like he's prefacing. I wouldn't say it in your face on a normal basis, but on a pod where I'm here to entertain, I would say it.
not
No,
even entertain.
no,
Just
no. He wouldn't.
if
No,
you're engaging in an audience with and people are listening to you, I think you owe it to them to really provide thoughtful dialogue. And if I'm
I'm telling you, he would not do this as a
Ne-
piece of
I
his
think there's a
content.
difference.
Neither
I think
one.
there's a difference between sort of thoughtful dialogue in front of an audience and saying things in front of an audience that we wouldn't say if the audience weren't there. And I think that seems to be the tension between what y'all are, the two of you were saying is
Thank
that
you, Mark.
mine's that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
I'm not as good as with words as you are to get that point across.
get better with
Yeah,
them, man, because I
that's what I
really
was
feel
trying to
like
relay.
whatever they say, you're gonna agree with.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to stand on you would not even say that comment in front of my face or even to just go ahead and be a part of content if we had an audience. You would only say
Word.
it on here. That's just how I feel. And I don't need you to go ahead to agree or disagree with it.
But I'm gonna provide my thoughts.
You would not make none of these snarky, condescending remarks to me in front of my face. You wouldn't do it to most people in front of their face. You are a very timid man. You only get brazen and you only find your courage when you're behind these phones. That's how I feel. You can't convince me anything different. That's just how I feel. I think you are someone who is really in real life, you are scared of other men's reaction to you if you try to act this way in person. So your best way to do it is on here. And that's your only way you'll ever do it. And then if
No,
you
I would do
saw
it. I
someone
would do
in
it.
person, you would be one of those people to say, "Hey, it's just content. We're cool, right, bro?" I'm
I
telling
think if
you,
me and you ever
that's how I
spoke
think you
on a,
are.
if me and you ever spoke, I would articulate myself in a way
Okay,
that I hope you could see it. But I think
okay.
sometimes
I don't
you don't
agree.
see the
I don't
bigger
believe you.
pictures of things. You have a
I don't
very
believe you. I've been around you
nearsighted
before, and you were
perspective.
very
You don't
pleasant.
really have the vision
Yeah,
sometimes,
I got
and
it.
I think that's why
I got it. Danny,
you constantly
You
sound
wouldn't talk to
similar.
me
You
this way in
sound the
person,
same
Danny.
way. You
Danny, you
always
wouldn't
sound
talk to me this
But
different.
way in
let
person.
me ask the question because maybe I'm not understanding it. Danny, if
Uh,
you if you and Imani were having this exact same conversation in person, would it go the exact same way?
I think I would say the same points.
No,
I would
Mark.
say
No, that's not what I'm
yeah.
asking.
No,
That's what
Mark.
I'm asking. I'm saying, would it go the exact like if you two were sitting in a room together having this exact exchange, would the exchange go the same way? I'm not saying the same. I hear you saying it would be the same tone, the same ideas, but I'm saying would it go the same way? Would you use the same
I
words, the
mean, you
same thing?
can't measure a real conversation with social audio. I'm sorry. I can't answer that.
And I think what Amani's saying, and I agree with him, is you should and that what frustrates him and other people on the pod who have said things is that they we don't make those distinctions, right? There's in real life there's a kind of I don't care how much I joke and clown with people online or whatever. Like I try not to engage people online in a way that if I saw them in person I couldn't stand on it. I'm not endorsing violence and all of that shit. But I'm saying like I think what frustrates people is the idea that like people say things only because they think they can, or because they're banking on the fact that they'll never see people, and that creates a level of disrespect or other things that make people feel away. And it's something to think about. I'm not telling you what to do or not to do, but it's something to think about in terms of how it makes people feel and how it makes people lose respect for the content itself because it's harder to trust what you're saying if we don't if it all feels like a performance. And look, we're performers, right? So if this is all a performance, that's cool. But it sounds like at times you're saying it's not just a performance, that you would that this is how you feel, and you would say this in real life, and that's what creates the tensions to me.
I mean, it is how I feel. I do. Dookie Manny puts on a mask sometimes, a different mask.
We got to
That's it.
stop falling for his performance. That was
Right.
well said, Mark. But it is all performance.
And
Yeah.
that's all
It's
I
how I
said.
feel too.
And that's
Im-
all I said. All I
Ima-
said is all he does is perform, and we don't know him, which is why I said it would be okay if one day he decided to actually come up here and just be Danny. That's it.
You don't know
It's
Danny.
not. It's not. I know. I don't think you know Danny as much as you talk about me
I
being
don't
a
think you know
mask
Emanny.
and this and that. I know every level of
You
myself,
Imani, you Emanny.
and
I don't
I
know who you are.
display it.
My name
Like
has always been
I
Danny.
display it on a weekly
It hasn't been
basis.
Donnie.
Every level of
I
me,
don't
I
think I
display it
don't
on a
think a
weekly
lot
basis.
I don't think a lot of people are coming to spaces to be their authentic selves,
I
honestly.
uh I agree.
Emanny is?
I think if anything, I'm the most authentic.
Are
Im-
you being yourself on
I'm
spaces?
myself everywhere I've gone.
okay.
I disagree. I don't know who you are, man. I'm confused.
I think if anything, I've
Well,
been
maybe
very
you should get to
unapologetic.
know Amani then.
I can't, man. He wears it. One minute he's Emanny, one minute he's Imani. I don't know what's going on, man.
Imani, but you can't expect him to be a star. You know,
A star?
like
Well,
Star
that's true.
Star and Buckwild. You can't expect him to. Star is who he is. He
No, I don't expect. No, I don't expect him to be that. I just like listen. This all started from my
Nah, I'm not
statement
gonna let
of
y'all lay the groundwork. This is
this is
like
I
all I
a
think
lot of the
started.
opinions I have is
Hold
what
on,
I
Danny.
have.
Let me
That's really
finish
how
my
I feel.
statement. She was saying
You've been
something.
finishing
She
your
asked
statement
me
a
a
lot.
question,
I was
Danny.
saying that
She
I feel
asked me a
like I
question.
am who
All right, please don't speak over one another. Whatever this messy shit that y'all are doing, it's working because the listeners are growing. So clearly people want to hear this bullshit. So I will allow it.
I just said.
double mute. Damn.
I'm not saying anything offensive. I think Emanny's just taking offensive because there's an audience here.
No, I'm not taking it offensive. I'm telling you what I think of you. That's it. Like, and I also this conversation started from me saying it would be nice. It would be nice for me, not for nobody else, not for Joe, because Joe don't need it. Nobody. It would be nice for you to at least one day come up here and not have to get into character bag and just really be Danny. That's it.
This is how I feel,
But
man.
that's
Sorry.
cool. That's cool. I don't agree, but I'm just telling you what I would like. No one else has to like it. No one else has to want it, need it, whatever. I'm just telling you that.
Do you want to get to know the real Danny?
For someone who speaks this much on me and other things, it would be nice to know that the person that's saying this is actually saying it with a genuine thought. Yeah. It would be nice to know some level of who he is as a person, especially when I'm being very transparent about how I am as a person. And the person that's judging me, we don't know shit about. We just know a
Mm,
character. That's it.
mm.
That's just my
All right.
personal liking. That's just what I would personally like. No one
I
else
hear
has
you,
to want it.
buddy. Maybe one day we can really know each other.
Nah, we don't have to know each other like and really
Then what do you
and
want from me?
I want you to stop putting up that act every time you come up
If
here.
you don't know me, how can you know who's the real me?
Hey man, you remember
Uh,
you asked them if they was friends and coworkers, like friends with their coworkers and shit.
hmm
It sort of feel like this is Danny's workspace. Like he kind of saying like he don't want to be friends with people at work,
No,
or
no, no, no. See, being nobody wants to be friends. We're not talking about a friend.
well, not friends, but
Yeah,
you don't want to be transparent with people
we
at work.
talk.
He just
We're talking about how you would deal, how you would talk to me in real life. It would be nice for you to be able to display that at least once.
true.
For me, that's just for me.
Well, you got that when you was a guest in his presence. You said he didn't
I
do
will.
this,
I will
but
maybe twice then.
yeah.
It would be nice to at least get it in spaces where you
I
do
was
most
the
of your
same Danny.
interaction.
I was the same Danny.
All right, you right. You were the same, Danny. You got it.
I was the same
You
Danny.
got it.
Sorry, buddy.
You got
That
it.
was a great It was your highest performing interview.
Uh, not really.
In recent time, yeah,
Nah,
for sure.
Nessa on Hot 97 was high performing.
I did mad clips. They all did real well.
She
Sorry.
didn't have to do mad clips. We just did what we did, and it did well.
Nessa, let me look up that because some people be lying on this stage.
Yeah, That Nessa interview was fire. I'll Yeah, admit. like I don't know what he's talking about.
That was a
22,000?
good interview.
22,000. You're lying.
It was
Now
a
you're just lying.
it was a good interview.
The
You should
Nessa
go.
interview was a really good interview.
Yeah.
It was great. I get it, but I'm saying the clips, like my interview
They weren't. She didn't clip it up. There was no need to clip it up.
on a much smaller platform than Hot 97. It had more reach. That's all I'm saying, and I don't think you can
How
deny
many
that.
views did you get?
Two of those clips did 60K. Then there was another clip that did 30K. Then there was another clip that did 12.
Please show it
from the interview? Because I don't
So
remember you putting up that many clips.
you don't have
I
much
do. No,
evidence
no.
of the
Actually,
fact.
you know what? No, the one where you posted about Maul did do well.
You
He's
never
so
have the
he's so
evidence.
dumb. Show me my clips did good.
I
The clips
got it,
did good,
man.
nigga. What you want him to say?
I don't remember it
The
doing
thing is,
good.
like,
Y'all
this
a
is what
good
I think.
duo, man.
This is what I think. A lot of the
Danny and Emanny.
podcasters
Mike
that
could chill
have
out, yo.
issues with me is that they never have the evidence, and they always just talk of their feelings. And I think that's at the core of all of this.
No,
Is there's a lot
Danny,
of
I have had
emotion.
the evidence. I've met you in
No, but
person,
this
and you were
back and
way and
forth right
you
now
were way
about
more
Ness
pleasant
and
than how you
Danny,
are on Spaces. That's my evidence.
this Ness and Danny thing, like,
That
no, man,
like
it's a
that,
fact. It's a fact. The interview you did with me was way more watched than that interview you did on Hot 97.
Danny. You
That's
never
a
put out
fact.
Danny. That's not true. You never put out the full interview.
That was all right. Semantics.
So
Goalposts.
how can we know how the full interview would do?
I don't know what you're doing right now. You're just
I
not arguing in
asked you
good
a
faith.
question. You never put out
You're
the
not
full.
arguing in good faith, man. This is what all I do. Like
Okay,
Clipping and Manny kind of
you
similar.
never put out the full interview for YouTube,
And
right? And you telling me that it was more impactful. It-
150,000.
the full interview did
No, I'm saying
150,000.
all the views across all. There was
Put
yeah.
out put
Yo,
out the
listen. Let me jump in here because this is like a circle jerk, and it happens too much on Spaces. Why can't everybody just be doing great?
No.
because
Like, why do we have to do this thing where, hey, you did better when I was in support of you, and now you're like, what are we doing?
well yeah
Everybody did great.
that's no part of my conversation. My conversation was simple. And it was a conversation and something that everybody had shared yesterday in speaking. Actually, Joe, you brought it up first,
What I said,
where you said, "Hey, it's okay to just come up here and just be chill and be cool."
yeah, I say that because I would love that. But I also know that this is not where niggas come to be chill and cool. This is where niggas come to perform.
So what's the
Everybody's not
difference?
here for the same things, and I respect that, which is
So
why I don't have no beef with nobody.
wait. So what's the difference in my statement being said today from yours being said yesterday? It's the same statement.
It's
The
not
rea-
just it doesn't come off like the same with the reaction, I guess.
well, because I decided to continue to have the conversation.
See? Even that.
I'm changing my name to Donnie.
I don't talk to these niggas about who they are on here, who they should be, who they was in person. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. Like, we come here for what we come here for. Hopefully everybody get what they came here to get, and then everybody go their separate ways.
Nah,
Joe,
you got to keep it
I see
real.
what Joe doing.
What? I'm serious. You know I'm
And this
serious
is at
about what
the
I'm
core.
saying.
What he's
Joe,
saying when he's saying I see what Joe doing is at the core of his disagreement with me right now. Is that
no, it's not at the core of
is
anything.
it, you don't even
It's
get what I'm saying. You don't even
Joe
understand
knew
what I'm saying.
exactly why he brought you up here, and he knew exactly why he allowed
I
this
don't even.
conversation to
Yo,
go
there's
on.
nothing.
And
He
it's
Wait,
wasn't
cool.
trying to do
no,
It's
I'll
anything.
kick him.
cool.
I
It's
didn't bring
cool.
him up
No,
here for that.
it's cool.
Yo, that was a good
Or if you
flip.
kick me,
It's
fine. I'll just
cool.
start my own space.
It's cool. I got it, Joe. You got it.
It is Joe. You are the host. It's
Because see, this is the funny shit about Joe, right? Joe will tell me, yo, you be on the spaces, yo, you still be talking to these niggas. Joe, you do too. And you still be bringing these niggas up just like I
But
do.
he's not saying that.
It
He's
don't
saying something
matter
different.
what he
He's
choose.
saying you
It
don't
don't.
know how to deal with it like him. That's what I
I'm
think.
dealing with it in the way that we should deal with it by having conversation and content. It's the
Wait,
same.
and just so we clear, E, I don't speak to nobody I got a problem with on this app. The people I got a real problem with, I don't speak to them.
Joe, you said yesterday that you were never bringing Nick up on stage again. Then you left it up to Jan whether or not you should bring Nick back up on stage. You go back and forth between when you want to stand on some shit and when you don't want to stand on some shit. I do the same. It just looks a little different. So now let's not make each other look like we just standing on our standard.
Amani, it looks different when you say to any one of these niggas that don't matter in real life, yo, you wouldn't say that to my face. It does look different.
Joe, that's a statement. That's not a
It's a
concern.
threat.
That's not a threat.
It means I would fuck you up in
No,
the
that's not what
event
that
that
means.
you said this in front of my face.
No, that means that in person we would be way more cordial because you would not cross that line with me. You
that
just
ain't what
wouldn't.
we kind of heard.
That's not what no one heard.
Well,
Oh,
that's not what we interpreted from the statement.
no.
Okay, so me saying, okay, I'll take it a step further. I
Oh,
wouldn't
take it
talk.
further, E.
I'll take. Shut
Uh-oh.
up, nigga.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I
He took it
wouldn't.
there.
Hold on. Shut up, nigga. I wouldn't talk to somebody like that.
That's never going to not be funny.
What?
Take it a
No,
step further.
take it there and
Oh,
take it
oh.
further.
I'll put it on myself. I wouldn't go ahead and talk to somebody like that in person. Like
That's why you only on the
I just
Patreon.
understand there's consequences that come with certain things, especially when you're dealing with people that you don't have a real relationship with. So no, I wouldn't just
Got it.
automatically come out my face and be condescending or throw insults at somebody or throw anything that can be deemed as an insult. That's just the level of respect that you just have for other men. And I think he would do the same, but he doesn't do that
Yo, you
on
said the
here.
same thing like 15 times, bro. Like you
Okay, and
said.
I'm going to say it for a 16th time because they keep bringing it up that I said it. So I'm going to
All
address
right,
it every
man.
time that they bring it up.
All right. Oh shit.
Right.
Well, for the new people, this was and still is a space of positivity.
Yo,
Joe,
you a nasty nigga, yo.
Joe,
Even it,
I'm gonna
yes,
fuck you
hello?
up, yo.
Joe.
What's up, Jan?
I just want to say this is why we need Emanny on the main podcast. That's all I'm going to say. This is why we need him there.
Amani don't play. But that's why I agree with you, Jan. That's why
Yeah, good.
Amani's dope.
He
Because
keeps the conversation.
all the shit that he shouldn't really say, he can't fight. He just say it.
Wait,
He just say that shit.
wait, what?
Wake it up.
Wait, what should I say? What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just to be
Something
you.
in there.
Be you.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't say it to my face, motherfucker. It's
Yeah.
like,
And I don't mean any violence at all. I'm not at all.
There you have it.
But it was nice talking to you, Danny.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I'll be on your pod. Don't worry. I know you hit me up. He was like, Danny, can you come to the pod? I know this is for show. I know it.
I promise you, you will not be on anything I do
No, I
pod
know.
if I
I
ever
know.
do.
The back channel we man, he's a little bit different. Back channel we man is a
You
little bit different.
we don't
Damn, man.
we haven't had a back channel conversation since you asked me to come on your pod.
Back channel we man
So
is a little
yo,
bit
stop,
different.
everybody keep accusing my man of talking in the
stop,
Yeah,
back
being
channels.
that
Watch your mouth,
the
yo.
What's
man
the
in the
back
stop,
channel?
discourse.
Watch your
stop,
fucking mouth.
stop it.
Emmanuel's different. This is
And
not the big
wait,
thing.
who's everybody?
Well, that's what Nay and
Everybody.
them was saying earlier.
Nate was
There's
talking
a
shit.
theme. The economy.
That's why I don't do no talking in the back channels. Hey, it's a setup. It's a trick, y'all. They they taping you. They taping you. They recording you. They sending it to the group chat. They doxing it. They playing it for their family. Go
that
ahead.
group that group chat is
Y'all keep it up back there.
nasty. Nah, that group chat is nasty. It's nasty.
Amani seen something from the group chat.
It's nasty, Joe.
Joe, you're everywhere. Why are you in back channels? Like,
I'm not in no back channels.
you're everywhere. Like,
No, I am not.
are you okay?
No, I am not. There's a lot of places I'm not, child. Have your fun.
Yo, you know what, Jan? You know what I'm gonna do one day? I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna turn up one day just for you.
On the main pod, are you going to be?
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah,
is
just
he
for
going to
you.
be on the main podcast?
Nah,
The Greek.
not no time soon, Jan. But I'm gonna
All
turn
right.
up one day. I'm
Okay.
gonna turn up one day. I'm gonna.
Oh
I
dear.
got something for Joe.
Jan is messy.
No, I'm not.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh man. All right. 5 minutes make it count. 5 minutes make it count. Go to the fridge. Get some of this meal prep.
What, red meat? Steak?
No steak. Some salmon, something like.
Okay.
I just think it's. I don't take it for granted that I get to speak to some of the people on the greatest pod ever. I gotta tell you.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no, don't worry about it. Wait till you hear tomorrow's Danny piece on YouTube.
Yeah.
You gave it to him, buddy.
Hold on, man. Y'all didn't acknowledge the flowers from Danny?
Yeah, I did.
I said me too.
Yeah.
That's all they need to know. Hate it on me, man. I don't like that, Joe. Talk to them.
I didn't see what was said.
No, I'm not gonna repeat it. I don't want to give it to y'all, and then y'all be like, "Oh, but that's true." So I'm just like, they just shot at me.
Yeah, but also ever since that first pod breakup that you went through, you do have this thing where you make up people being against you.
What pod breakup?
Yours, the first one.
Shammy?
No, nigga, you and your pals. The one that
College
caused all the
buddies.
trauma. The one that started your villain arc.
Oh yeah, I became Donnie. Nah, I don't know what you're speaking of, but I mean, if you do the science on that, go ahead. I'll be curious.
Anyway, it's been real with you guys, man. It's been real. Furious was dying to come up here and support Danny. That nigga,
Furious, my man's.
that nigga request was in bold font, jumping off the screen.
You can't gatekeep.
He,
Gatekeeping.
oh,
Who
I
was a
gatekeep on
better
my stage.
who was a better
You
lieutenant, Furious or Slick?
stag.
Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah, my vote is Stag first. Uh, after that, where's
Ash.
what happened with Slick? That team never came all the way out, huh?
Slick is still cool, man. Slick is like what is that? Slick is like Memphis Bleak. He could be one hit away his whole career.
Wait, who was he lieutenant for?
He was the first. He was the first Furious.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
He's on Patreon only on Fridays.
Ah, that was funny.
You only see him on the paywall now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Furious not even the original Furious. I'm done with him.
Yeah, man, that improper improv shit really got to you.
Wait, what'd you say?
When Furious mentioned improper improv, man, you just kind of went nuclear.
Wait, when you talking about?
Last the space you did with Emanny when Furious mentioned improper improv, you got
Oh, that was performative, Danny. Stop it.
what you got to keep the energy in real life. You mean to
I
tell me
never said nothing about keeping energy. I don't talk like
If you
that.
see Furious in real life, you're not gonna
Yo,
say 27 views and all
niggas,
that.
niggas get to lean on performative, but when I never mind, yo. That's
Oh, so you performative too, huh?
No, I stand by what I said. I think that I think there should be. I think we should all eat humble pie if it's time to eat humble pie.
Mm.
But no, you can't have niggas with 27 views talking like the king of the castle. You can't do that. I stand by that.
I
I'm
mean, that's your perspective,
Yeah,
I
no,
guess.
I mean that.
Furious
I'm
can
speaking
certainly
for
speak
nobody
on,
but me.
yeah, for
If
sure. I mean, Furious can speak on improper improv if he wants, though. That's always gonna be
No,
what
he
I
can
say.
speak on anything he wants. I don't think there should
So
be a cap on what he could speak on. I don't feel like that. Just the internet. But the bravado and the tone of his critique, the tonality in his critique, it just didn't say 27 views. Like it was loaded.
he has a million views.
I know,
I'm just saying, y'all lying.
I know, buddy. I know he does.
He does. You go to his
I
page and
know
see
he
it.
does. I know he does. Don't worry, I'm not running a fucking digital audit of Furious's views. Loon has a million views too. Everybody, a million views is something you could just say. Yeah, I got a million views. All right, we got it, big dog.
Not everybody can say that, Joe. That's not true.
Everybody could say it.
Not
Everybody been
everybody can
saying it.
say that. You can go up and
Yeah,
you
I
can
got a
look
million
at
views if you count my reels and my
No, you
stories
can go
and
on
my
Loon's page.
posts and
You can
my
go on Furious
threads.
page and you can see a
Oh
million
my
views.
God,
That's a
stop it.
fact. That's a
No,
fact. I know you can parrot it to your audience and say
no,
whatever
I'm
you
not.
want and they'll eat
I'm
it
not
up.
just no numbers, Danny. Stop it. I don't
No, I
care
know
about his
you
views,
know your
but
numbers,
they're
but I'm
low.
saying the publicly
They're
visible ones
low
are
and they're
publicly
low
visible.
and they're low.
They're not
Like
low.
you can't even talk to me this way on behalf
There's
of
people
Furious. They too
there's
low.
people that would kill for Furious views. There's people that would
No,
kill for
there's
Loon.
not. They would kill
Yes, there is.
themselves.
Yes, there is. You're not on the ground no more, buddy. You up in the palace of the
Danny,
Podfather.
it's over, buddy. It's over. Let me just mute you. It's over. You got too much bravado for your man to have 27 views. It's like you just bringing somebody to help fight. They can't fight. And nobody thinks nothing is wrong with Furious or having 27 views. Y'all just do have to talk like people with 27 views. Sorry. I was in the room the other day though. I heard Furious say he went to HBCU. He was listing all of his fucking accolades. He could be a cool brother. But at no point should he ever sound like he has more than 27 views. That's it. There's no beef. We don't need to do the whole pissing contest thing that you're doing right now. You're sticking up for your man. I know. He's got 1 million views. Got it. I'm not that invested. Do what you like. Anywho, this has been fun, you guys. This has been a good time. Again, prayers to those inside and outside the space. Um, this was and still is a room and space of positivity. Prayers to all who are in need and who are out of need. Um, that's what
But
I
I'm
got.
back.
That's what I got for you guys
Little-
today.
I'm gonna fuck you up, man.
I stepped out. I didn't hear that last
Who,
soliloquy.
me?
Yeah,
It
Joe.
was dope. They can stop by the JBTV spaces
Oh,
later
shit.
too if they want to.
4
Don't
p.m.
forget at from 4 o'clock to 4:25, Micah and crew and Dash and everybody will be doing the afterthought space. Don't blink, you might miss it. It's not a long space. It's just a quick 30, 40 minutes to shoot the shits.
Mm.
And then we're taking it to playback for 6 hours. So that's
So
that.
check out my YouTube live.
Are you doing YouTube lives?
Oh yeah.
I know I thought you said you were doing one about your Ian Dunlap beef, but I didn't see it.
Oh, maybe you're missing it right now.
Okay. Are you doing the YouTube lives and putting them on like Patreon or something? Like where can I see it?
It's on YouTube right now.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you gotta go to the little live tab. Got it. All right, I'll check it out. I'm rooting for y'all to piece that up too. Who's that? Coffee?